Hey, it's Andrea with Golden Acorns, where we help guide your growth in 12 key areas of life, like health, career, family, and more. We bring simple, actionable items to help move you forward with purpose. Let's plant seeds of potential and grow a life you love. Please share and enjoy.
Well, hello.
Good morning.
Happy Monday.
Yes.
In case you didn't notice, we do these on Mondays.
That's what fits in our schedule.
Right. Right.
Most weeks. Yeah, it was fun. I went to a little called GalaxyCon. We'll just call it a straight up nerd convention yesterday. That was our 13-year-old's birthday present.
Yeah.
She wanted to dress up as a Demon Slayer character. Mitsuri, just in case any of you want to know. So yeah, and so I dressed up with them, and it was pretty fun.
So funny, like growing up, we went to more like gun shows and
oh yeah.
I don't know if you remember.
I went to hunting shows.
Right. I don't know if you remember if you ever went, like, I swear any show we went to, there were like knives and guns and baseball cards, like just the kind of shows we'd go to. I don't know. It's crazy. I don't remember ever any Comic-Con style shows.
Yeah. Actually, I learned something really cool. My stepmom, her cousin, started Comic-Con in San Diego.
No way.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah. Huh. I was like, what? That's a big deal.
Yeah, right?
So I thought that was pretty cool.
You ever heard of this little show? It's called Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one in Vegas. Yeah. Cool. Well, you know what? Good on you for doing that. I didn't want to do it.
That's what I was fishing for, so thank you.
Yeah. You are the best mother.
Just the best, right?
You also dressed up a little bit.
I did. Yeah.
Not a character, but a style?
A Japanese style.
Yeah. The things we do as parents for our children. Yeah.
I was like so embarrassed to even leave the hotel. Like even going from the room to the car. I was like, oh my God. Like I don't want people to look at me. But you know, and then once you're there, it's fine because it's like
you're in your element.
Yeah, everyone's dressed up. So well, not as many people were dressed up as I thought they would be, but yeah, it was fun.
Well, I foresee a lot more of these in your future, so I suggest you figure out.
I need to like get my own cosplay and just
what are you gonna do?
You know, it's hard because like of course she likes anime stuff, and like this one was like a combo of like all things nerd. So I mean, I could have done like a Marvel costume, and it would have fit in just fine. And like that's more my nerd is actual like Marvel. So
yeah, less anime, more of our old school cartoons we grew up with. Yeah.
But they had like Ninja Turtle stuff there and Ghostbusters, and you know, so it's kind of pop culture.
Cool.
Kind of other, you know, Harry Potter and Star Wars and just all the things.
That's a whole different show.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. What do you want to talk about today?
I feel like we've had something going on in our life here pretty heavily, and maybe try to be a little vulnerable about it with our listeners.
Vulnerable today.
And I think you'll agree, but I feel like we have been struggling a lot with growth.
Mm-hmm. Not growing, like making the choice to grow, but what comes along with it.
Right. Like you get to a certain, not even like mindset growth. We're always working on that, but more
leveling
business, leveling up. Yeah. Yeah.
That's what my girlfriend Rebecca calls it. She's like, I'm leveling up. And I feel like that's kind of where we're at.
Yeah.
Is needing to level up. And the challenge for me, I think I'm gonna guess for everyone, is you have to do something and learn something you've never done before.
Yeah.
You know, it's like hiking a mountain that you've never climbed and you don't know which way to go and don't know even where the top is, you know, or like what, if it's the right way up the mountain. And
yeah, you're doing everything based on like loose information.
Yeah.
Like when you hike it, you're going to want to just, you know, don't look back.
Go to the right.
And make sure you just keep going at a nice steady pace. Like that's the most you get.
Yeah, not a lot of guidance. We need mentors to look up to be like, okay, you've done it. We can do it.
We do.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, and everyone, there's different ways of leveling up, and everyone's pathway is different.
Mm-hmm.
That's the challenge.
What do you feel like is, for us, a big struggle with leveling up right now?
So I know we want to scale multiple of our businesses, and we're to that point where we've done everything ourselves, and now we're our own worst enemy. Like, we're going to be in our own way.
We're the bottleneck.
We can't. There's only so much bandwidth.
Yeah.
And we're out.
Yeah.
So I feel like we're already struggling just
to balance it all.
Balancing what we're doing well. Like, we're not doing anything well.
Right.
You know, we're bailing water out of the ship as much water's coming in.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I feel like we are. So if we're going to level up, we got to plug the holes, right? And we got to figure out how to get help.
Yeah. And it's that hard transition of, in order to get the help, like, we got to pay for that help, right?
Yeah.
And then we got to make sure that we're increasing the productivity or the profit of whatever they're helping with enough to cover the cost of them. And that's always a leap of faith. Like, you don't know if that's going to happen.
Well, there's a lot of avenues to take too. I mean, like, we've been talking a lot about VAs, and trying to determine what a VA could do for us, because there's a lot of things you don't need a person physically here to do.
Right.
And they're typically a lot more affordable.
Yeah.
Than using somebody local, I'll say. But so there's like the VA section, and then there's we have, I'll say, four major businesses that we're trying to balance. And it's like, okay, who do we need that person to be? And is it even fair to ask one person to do what we need for each of the four locally?
Right.
Because it's a lot. I mean, we already struggle with like flipping hats. I'll say I do.
Yeah.
So all day I'm like just flipping different hats on me.
No, I think anyone would struggle with that.
And I'd be hard as an employee just to be like, what am I doing? What do I have to learn? So it's like,
you want me to work on this business for an hour and then this business for 2 hours and this business. Yeah. And they're all very different.
Yeah. And I think that's a little unfair to ask somebody to do.
It's just been a theme in my universe lately. Seems like every book I read, every podcast I listen to, every conversation I have, it's just like this theme of needing to focus and hone in on one or two things, right? To be successful. And like, I was listening to something the other day, and he was talking about, diversification. And I mean, we're very diversified, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, that's not always a good thing. It's not always, what people like. When people talk about diversification, they're usually talking about the stock market and like buying different stocks and stuff. And
so you're not really diversified. You're like, there's still stocks.
Yeah. But he was like, you can have too many things on your plate and like too many investment types, which is kind of where we're at.
Yeah.
And he called it diversification.
Oh man.
And I was like, that one hurt. That one hurt.
Too close to home.
Oh, that one stabbed me a little bit. So we got to reduce our diversification.
Yeah, I hear that breath. That was, yeah. But now we're to that point.
Yeah.
Where we've also talked about this is it doesn't really make sense to be like, you know what, let's close this business and this business, or let's sell this one. Like, you're like almost in too far. And we're just trying to figure out what to go where.
It's almost like that hockey stick of entrepreneurship. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the image of that, where it's like you work and you work and you work and you build and you build and you build. And you get to this point where then it just like gets easy and it just like goes up.
Yeah.
Right. And with one of our businesses, it's pretty easy. And it's almost like our initial investment loan is almost paid off. And it's like, if we just put the people in place,
we haven't really put a lot into it.
We've never like marketed it. We've never, so like it could make pretty good money if we put the right people in place. And like,
Yeah.
we won't market it because we're the bottleneck. Because it's like, oh God, if we get more business, we can't handle it. You know? So then we hold back on it.
Yeah, it's that chicken or egg situation, right?
Yeah.
Do
And
we
we're
hire
like,
the person and not pay for them? Or, you don't know, like you said earlier.
and we're comfortable with where it's at now. Like we can just handle the amount of work we get. But it's like, we shouldn't be handling it all probably,
No.
And
No.
so, yeah, there's just a lot of, it's good. I mean, that's a good problem, right? Is like we have a fairly profitable business that if we actually welcomed growth and planned for it and like put the right people in place.
I feel like we're on that line of where like, is this just a hobby?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is this a hobby
we're
or
keeping it a hobby
job?
because we're the bottleneck.
Yeah. Yeah, we are. And if we weren't as busy everywhere else, I would enjoy doing this stuff still.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's why we keep it kind of as a hobby.
I know.
Is because we like it and it's fun and we don't want to give it away to somebody else to do it and just have it make money for us. Because that wasn't really the plan all along, was kind of a hobby business, right? I mean, it was like, oh, that'd be nice to make a little extra.
Yeah.
And so because that's what it started as, that's what we've kind of kept it as. And, we utilize it for our real estate too. Like we use that company in our real estate investing.
Yes.
Which has been more profitable to be a wholesaler, of these products that we need versus buying them at hardware stores. Right. So that's been huge. So yeah, it's just time for that baby to grow.
Time to put the big boy pants on.
Yeah. It's like,
man,
it's time for that acorn to be planted. We just kind of hold it right there on our desk.
We're holding its potential down.
We are.
Yeah. God, we should listen to this podcast.
What would you tell yourself, Axel?
You know what you need to do. Do it. But I don't know. I think our situation is because there's so many other balls in the air. It's not as clear. If that was say we both had W-2s and this was our one thing.
Yeah.
I think it'd be way more clear.
Well, what do you think the answer would be?
I think the answer would be put the people in place and grow what you've already worked to. Like you've already planted the seed. Like we just said, the potential's there. We know it.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's time to give it to a gardener that
can tend
to it properly. We're giving it just enough water. And
we planted it with just enough sunlight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, it needs to be treated right and let it flourish like it can. So, but then speaking of growth, now it's finding the people. It's a long process to get to there. It's not just hire someone and they're going to do this. Like when you start everything yourself,
trust is a big thing.
You know everything, the ins, the outs, the products, the process, and just handing that off sometimes seems exhausting. Mm-hmm. That's part of growth. So that's why I struggle with that.
Yeah. And I mean, I have the experience with staff for many years, but I would say I was definitely in the same boat when I first started bringing employees in with the retail business. I thought when I started that company, I thought I'm going to work this thing till I die. Like this is my life now, like this is all I want to do.
Yeah.
And I actually had customers who like forced me to hire them. I was like, no, I don't need employees. Like, no,
So even they could see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So, they talked me into growth. Like they had to talk me into letting go of the reins for 5 hours a week. It was literally Sundays and it was for 5 hours. And they were like, at least take a day off, take 1 day a week off. For 5 hours, we can run the store and it'll be fine.
And even that was hard?
That was so hard. so hard.
You're trusting your baby, you know?
Yes, it was my baby. It was my dream. It was everything. And like to just like put it in the hands of somebody else. It's like leaving your baby with your mom overnight for the first time, you know, like when you have kids.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. And so I was kind of forced into that growth. And then from there, once I got a taste of it, it got easier.
And you're like, this ain't so bad.
Yeah, for sure.
But they had developed that trust. So you knew that you could trust somebody with your baby.
Yeah. I mean, they had been really great customers where they were shopping with me 2 times a week already. So we were having these long conversations. And because of the nature of my store, I got really close with all my customers, like all my good customers.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we'd spend an hour, 2 hours talking about really deep stuff, you know, birth and just trauma and just, you know, things about that are like revolved around that and motherhood. And so, yeah, you get really close with these people pretty easy. And so, yeah, I had built that rapport with them. I had built that trust with them.
God, that's so unique because it's like you're dating your employee before they become your employee. Like that doesn't happen in many places.
Yeah, we don't have that luxury now.
No.
With all our other businesses. It's not something that we can do.
No, that's a good point.
And I would say the employees that I hired outside of that bubble, like outside of that network, I probably had the most issues with.
Right.
Yeah. Like ones that were cold from that industry and from that culture, because we were a natural baby boutique. So you're kind of like, we kind of had this hippie culture, you know, and you kind of have to fit into that.
Well, like you said too, it's very intimate. You know, you get to, you can't just be like ring a transaction.
No,
it's not,
you're not
transactional.
A cashier. Yeah.
It was.
You had to be very open,
emotional and supportive. Yeah. There was a lot. I worked there sometimes too, just covering, but yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah.
I've never worked in any other business or store that was that.
No, I think that's why we grew so well too.
With their customers.
Is just, you literally felt like home when you came in. You know, it wasn't.
We'd have people hang out in the store for hours, not even shopping.
Yeah.
Just to hang out with like people.
It's funny because, you know, in your own little bubble with a business, you never know what's good, what's bad. Right. And I went to this like retail workshop. I mean, that was what, 2012, 2013. Like I've been working on growth forever. Like there's always a workshop. There's always a clinic. There's always
when you have grown that like tremendously from where we were, and we're still, I feel like we're still like
learning and
in the
growing
same spot. We're like, we need to grow and we need to put this in place and this in place.
Yeah. And I went to probably the second retail like workshop thing I ever went to. And they had a KPI, a key performance indicator around how much turn like your inventory should do. Right. And like what's good, what's bad, and kind of the expectation, and then kind of the like sales. The other KPI was like sales per square foot of your store.
Oh, sure.
And this was all people in my industry, right? So it was a little outside, but it was essentially, it was all specialty boutiques. So like that was the data they were providing. And my store was only 1,200 square feet. It was super little.
It was tiny.
Right. And when I started it, and they were like, your sales are what? They're like, wait, what size is your store? And they're like, that's not right. That's not possible. I'm like, yeah, like it was really high for what they were used to seeing. And then they're like, what's your turn? And I had never calculated this, right? This was a KPI I had never considered.
Sure.
Was my turn. I was just like trying to keep up. I was turning my entire inventory in my store like 2.2 times a month. Like that's how much I had.
What's
to place.
Industry average? Do you remember? Or what was it then?
I don't remember, but they were just like, to them, it was like, you need a bigger store and you need
More
inventory,
Yeah.
you know? And their whole like thing as a consultative program was everyone had too much inventory.
Yeah.
So they couldn't help me because they didn't know what to do. Because I was like the opposite of everybody else. Like they were like teaching these. Typically, it was a lot of like middle-aged to older women
Sure.
who started this as like a fun thing and kind of ran it like a museum. Like they would let their inventory get really stale and really old and not get rid of it.
Well, and overstock. I mean, they just overstock everything.
Right. Yeah. So anyways, like I thought that was really interesting. Like I was trying to grow and I come to this and it's like, they can help me because what they taught people was something that I didn't need help in that
their
category.
answer was you need a bigger store
Pretty
to
much.
put more inventory in.
Yeah.
So
and then it all changed. But
so I feel like what you're saying is sometimes you think the problems you think you have might be different, or
it's good to get an
like
outside perspective. I think.
Yeah, you need someone else's perspective. That's a good call. Because it's your baby, you have so much emotion to it and everything. I mean, that's why you were a consultant for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
When a consultant comes in, they're taking all that out of there. There is none of that history. There's, they're not connected to it. They're looking at it just as like a math problem, essentially.
Yeah, there's no emotion.
Yeah. And then they can tell you, like, here's what needs to happen. Here's what you're doing wrong. It's hard to see that inside the business.
The whole, they can see the forest through the trees kind of thing.
Right.
And you can't when you're in the forest. All you can see is that tree, and that tree. Like you can't see the forest. Right. So you're very bogged down in everything. And I think that's something too, being, more of an absentee owner outside of my retail store now. I can see the forest, right? And then I need to like hone in and be like, I know this is what's wrong. Now it's a matter of figuring out how we fix it.
Right.
So it does give me the opportunity to be more consultative in that. But
do I need to hire you for our businesses then? You consult them?
I don't have any bandwidth for that. So you're going to have to lock me away in a room for a couple days.
So you're really expensive? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
Oh, listen to her selling me here.
Very expensive.
I'm very booked up. It's going to cost you.
I'm at least 6 months out.
Man.
Get time on my calendar now.
All right. Here's a link. Oh, man. I still don't know if I have answers.
To what?
What we're going to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you've started. You're always the captain of the ship. You grab things by the horns and go. So I know you've already started looking through the VA stuff, getting the plan, which.
Now, in all fairness, that's not just because of our personalities. We've kind of come to realize lately that you struggle seeing anything in the future. Like you're a very present moment person.
Yeah, I'm present and reactionary.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like my jobs and everything I've been doing have kind of exacerbated that. And when you operate in a certain mode for so long,
mm-hmm.
it just becomes the norm. It's hard to get out of that.
So my question to you is how do you feel like you can grow out of that? Because we're seeing it in our son as well.
Yeah.
Right. Xander is a very present moment, almost too present to where
to like the 5 minutes.
5 minutes from now, he can't plan, and it's affecting him. Like,
and he doesn't have overwhelm.
Right.
So I don't know.
So what happens when he does? Yeah. So like we're trying to figure it out now for him. And like you are almost our guinea pig to see what works.
Learning from you.
No, I am not your teacher in this. Because I think it evolves as you grow up, and it just depends on your history and your family and like how you were, how your life experience and your perspective as you were growing up. And so, or it's just maybe it's something you're born with. I don't know.
Like some people are really good chess players because they can see so many moves,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't like that analogy because you're only focused on one game.
Mm.
Like imagine playing chess on a ship in a storm, people screaming around you. Like that's what life feels like.
Well, and there's like 7 boards.
Right. Yeah. You're playing multiple
You have
games
to
of chess.
strategize with
Right.
all of them.
So it's
at
easy
the
to be
same
like,
time.
yeah, chess player looking at moves ahead. Yeah. One game quietly, whatever.
Yeah.
But I get the analogy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I struggle with that. Planning those chess moves because I'm just reacting to what's happening.
Mm-hmm. So I think that's a muscle that people can hone over time is reactivity.
Yes.
So then it's, and I feel like this is how I've adapted, especially like with my store. If we make a decision on something, and then I always look at like, what are all the possible things that could go wrong with that decision? Like, I'm trying to give an example, but we changed when I came back into the store after the person that was supposed to buy it for me like backed out and I came back in. They had 100 at all times. They had like 100 buys like in the back, like waiting on people to get their offers. Right. So people come in, they bring in their stuff to sell.
It's a lot.
And like, so it was taking like 2-3 weeks to get back to people on their offers. It was a big operational bottleneck. Right. So I came in and I was like, how can we change this? Right. Whipped it up, started testing it. And as I was testing it, I'm like, okay, if we do it this way, what are all the problems that could happen that would follow?
Yeah.
You know, and not only from like an operational standpoint, but I'm thinking of the spider web of problems of like, okay, sales, how would it affect sales? How's it going to affect customer service? How's it going to affect operations? How's it going to affect? And I'm literally like planning out and thinking, what does this butterfly effect have on everything else in the business?
Yeah.
You know? And I think that I have done that thousands of times. I mean, that's just especially as a retail store, there's so many
and growing a retail
pieces
store.
of it. Yeah. So like I have just had so much practice of that butterfly effect and just really trying to minimize issues and problems that it has taught me to like not live in the now, but like live in that butterfly effect.
That's a good call.
So I don't know if that's a way to help start living in the planning the future and like not living in the present moment.
Okay, but that takes planning. Sorry, I said but. I'm not trying to like rebuttal.
No, I'm curious because like this, we're like learning and talking this through.
Yeah,
literally on the fly.
Because I'm not making or taking the time to do that. I'm still just reacting, and I feel like I'm always, like I said, the water's always just pouring in, and I'm just bucketing it out, and I don't take time to go, okay, how can I plug the hole instead? Mm-hmm. What tools do I need? What people do I need?
So I'll give you this. If it's something that's constantly happening, like
sure.
Let's say, you know, our car wash just opened. So new people have like messaged you a lot of like, oh, this, and then like this. And so then it's like, okay, I'm getting this same question over and over again.
Yeah.
And I'm reacting. So then it's a matter of saying, okay, I'm going to keep reacting, but how do I plug that hole? Like you said, what is causing that to repeat and have that reactivity?
Yeah.
So if you can like take a pause and jump backwards into that and say, what event or what thing is creating this? And it could be 7 things are creating it. So then all 7 things you have to plan, how do I fix those 7 things?
Right.
And just so it's also working backwards when you are being reactive.
Yeah, but you almost have to let the boat fill up fuller than you would normally allow so that you can stop bucketing.
Bucketing. Maybe. Yeah.
So that's how I'm just trying to tell. I'm using horrible analogies, but
I don't know. I mean, I think it's a matter of taking action in the sense of the minute something happens that you had to be reactive about, you go into why did this happen?
ooh,
So for you, you're like, I got to fix it, and you focus on fixing it.
yes,
I'm like, I have like the self-confidence to know I'm going to fix it, but I'm just then, so I'm not even thinking about fixing it because I just know it'll happen. Like I know I'll fix it. So I'm immediately thinking back to what caused it.
okay.
I think you focus on fixing it and don't potentially focus on what caused it.
Two different minds. That's why we're a good team.
I know. But this is something you said you want to grow in.
I think I do.
You think you do. You're like, you want to argue with me so bad right now.
I don't want to argue with you. I'm just
You're like, I can't what? You're like, I can't do that.
when, two different personalities, like you always makes things so easy because they are in your head and things are more complicated in other people's heads.
Yeah.
So to you, you're like, yeah, you just do it. And then everyone else.
No,
like,
it's a muscle.
Right.
That you have to try and work it out. You have to try and practice.
No, that's a good call.
I just think I have so much practice. I guess that was my point. Is like, it is easy for me because of all the practice I've had. But I probably have 10,000 hours more than you of having to do things like that, So I wouldn't say anybody should expect to be good at that.
Then I need you for the rest of our stuff to use that skill. Come on, guide us.
What do you mean?
Guide me. All that with all our other businesses, I need you to figure out all the chess pieces.
I'm trying. I've been working on it all week.
I know you.
My eyes twitching now. I'm like,
that's how you know you're in deep.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you're losing sleep and your eyes twitching. Is it twitching right now?
No, it stopped.
Okay, good. Your husband makes your eye twitch sometimes. I know how to turn it on and off.
So, no, you were just like, you got to help us do that. And I'm like, no, you need to. Because, like, this is your opportunity to grow. This is your acorn. Oh, look at the, like, I don't want to look
That's
on
what
your
I just
face.
decided. Do I want to?
You like living in the present. You don't want to live in the future.
I do. It's hard to do something if you don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm. Like go to the gym?
That perfect example. Yeah. Because like not everyone, I feel like entrepreneurship is hard. You have to wear all the hats and you don't always want to wear them.
Yeah.
You're wearing a lot of hats you don't want to wear.
Yeah.
So then when you do get a choice, you're like, why would I choose to wear that if I don't want to? Like you with our property management software. You're just like,
I have drawn the line in the
put
sand.
That hat on, and that's fair because you're like, I don't have to.
And I never do that. Like I never draw a line in the sand. I'm always like, yeah, I'll figure it out. I'll do it. But like that's where we're at with our growth right now. Is like, that is my hard no.
That's a boundary, right? Like,
and what's funny is like it's not even going to be that hard. It's a boundary that I'm going to set, and
that's what young entrepreneurs don't have. Boundaries. There's
no.
zero boundaries.
Young, God, I've been doing this
any entrepreneur
18 years, and I still don't have enough of them.
Yeah.
I mean, but you're right. I mean, that's another thing that hiring people comes with. Not only like it's not having boundaries, but being able to set them with employees and like getting them to understand how to work with you. God,
I feel like
that's hard.
I feel like that's a great golden acorn today is learning how to set boundaries.
Mm.
Like everywhere.
Yeah, but we don't have the knowledge or expertise.
This isn't a podcast on setting boundaries,
No,
okay?
no, it is not.
This I'm just saying that's a great acorn. Like that's something we all need to plan.
There are great books out there on it, though. I haven't read them. But I know, like, my girlfriends, my group that we've talked about before, I know they've read one called Boundary Boss.
Uh-huh.
I think it's a really, really good one. No, I do. I like with a good example with my staff setting boundaries. Like anytime I have a new employee come in, especially that works with me a lot, like at the retail store, like we're the main, so like my manager right now, like there's certain things she'll do. And I just tell her, I'm like, I don't communicate that way. Like you have to communicate this way with me. And I think it can come off as, I don't know, like rude or,
Sure.
And it's not, it's like people don't like it when you set boundaries with them.
No.
It really affects them.
Because we're in a society of we have everything we want. Like, and I think that comes with fewer boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, like I told her I don't like screenshotted texts. Like, because that gives me anxiety to like someone texting me a screenshot, because then I have to figure out, I have to like decipher what it is I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't want to do that. Like I don't have the mental capacity for that. I want to just be asked or told, like told what's going on or asked for help if they need it. You know, I don't need to know the whole text
but
thread.
how many of those have you received before you set that boundary? You know,
before I set the boundary, it was like every day screenshots of text. And I'm like, so then I put my foot down, right? And I said, hey, I don't communicate this way. Like, I don't want to see your screenshots. I need you to communicate with me and what you need from me.
God, you're so old school. You want regular communication?
Well, yeah. And she's younger, right? And I was like, and then the next time she texts me, she like texts me something, and then I ended up talking to her later, and she's like, well, I know you don't want screenshots. And I'm like, exactly, you're right. Like it was really hard for her.
Right.
Because that's how she apparently communicates with everybody. So I'm shutting her down from her normal, but I'm her leader. So like I have the right to set that boundary and say like, this isn't how I want you to communicate with me.
No, that's a great example.
So it upset her. Right. And you have to be willing, I think, too, as a leader, when you're putting new people in place, you have to be willing and able to upset people with your boundaries.
Yeah, because it's for the business or it's for a process or you don't want to do them just to be a dick.
Right.
But they should be for a benefit. If
she just screenshotted me stuff all day long, all my mental capacity would be being used.
Right.
In deciphering cryptic text messages of other text message conversations. Like, no, you're my buffer. You read those conversations and then tell me what you need from me.
Yeah.
So I think that's what happens with boundaries is, you know, people don't want to set them. And I've seen this in a lot of my friends, and then they get so burnt out.
Yeah.
And so overwhelmed. And it's understandable because or they'll say yes to everything. They won't, you know, they feel too bad to say no, or they, you know, I'll give a good example. Our business partner, he will not like work in the evenings. Right. That's like his family time and it drives us crazy. Like that's a boundary that was hard for us to understand. Because we want our
answers. You know, like 7:30 at night, we're working. We're like, I need this answer. We're not getting it.
Mm-hmm. So like that was something we had to grow in, was like accepting his boundary.
Yeah.
Of like, I don't work after 5, you know? And so like, yeah, it's worked both ways in our lives, and it's fair. Like boundaries are totally fair.
Absolutely.
They should be allowed by everyone. So if someone's trying to set a boundary with you, you know, maybe try working on respecting that more. Maybe that's
just going to say it's respect. Got to respect boundaries too.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good call. I love that.
So not only learning how to respectfully set them, but learning how to respectfully accept them.
Yes.
I don't know.
That's, I mean, with growth, I think that's what we're going to have a lot of. And it's even boundaries with ourselves.
Yeah, that's a whole nother
The hardest ones to set. So
yeah, that's a challenge right now.
Yeah.
Discipline and like self-discipline.
Man, in like a month, we have our couples retreat. We got a lot of work to do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
At least we're going to be in the Dominican doing it.
That's right.
Yeah. Let's end this podcast on a fun note.
Yeah, we're excited.
Yeah, we're going to do our couples retreat, our yearly one in October. And we're going to the Dominican.
Yeah, never been there. Punta Cana.
Yeah. And it's like we're doing 4 days. 4 days working on ourselves, enjoying some sun, maybe a few drinks.
It's actually 5 days.
Is it?
Yeah.
From when we get there?
Yeah. 5 days, 4 nights.
Dang.
Yeah.
All right.
So, I mean, it's almost 4 because, you got to cut out travel time, like half one day and half the last day. And yeah, but.
You know what's funny? We were just talking about, I don't remember what you brought it up with like a day or two ago. Something about working on things in your relationships. You asked like, how do people do this or whatever? And I was like, well, they just keep avoiding it for years and never talk about it,
What were we talking about?
I don't remember. And then it was just, as we were talking about it, I was like so clear of how people grow apart and how their relationships falter. Because there's things grow, like the wrong things grow, when you just don't pay attention to them.
Yeah.
And I think it started because you asked something about like, well, why do we do this? And I was like, well, because we're constantly talking about our marriage and our relationship and our businesses. Like we're doing it all the time,
every day.
And then it's funny that we still can have a couples retreat and fill it and feel like it's not enough time. Like imagine if we did only do that once a year. Like
there's no way. I mean, yeah, it would be.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, then that's what people mean by communication is the key.
Yeah. Because we already communicate a ton. And then we still have a ton to communicate with. So.
But it's open communication and like vulnerable communication. It's not.
Right.
It's not. Hi, honey. How was your day? It was fine. Thank you.
Yeah. True. That's Monday through Friday.
Yeah, that's all we say to each other.
That's all we say.
Oh, wait. We see each other all day. So that doesn't work either.
Well, I'm excited for our retreat. We got a lots to talk about, lots to work on, lots to figure out.
Yeah. It's going to be great. We talked about maybe doing a less technical setup and maybe recording a podcast while we're there.
Yeah, it might not be the best quality,
but it might not work.
See.
Maybe we'll just have to wait till like the day we get back or something.
I don't know. Let's just pack all this gear.
Yeah.
Let's take it with us.
That would be so funny. Going through security. You're like, what are these?
Right. Yeah. Don't worry, we're making content.
I feel like I stressed you out with this
absolutely.
podcast. Yeah, I'm feeling your energy.
Yeah, you feel
stress.
it? Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of high stress.
So now I just want to be done. I want to get out of here. Good night, everybody.
Is it like the thought of growing or what is it? I want to hear where you're at.
It's just it's being different than you are. Like just that. It's overwhelming.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I get this way a lot of times too when a lot of things come up on our power couple meetings.
Yeah.
When that list or just, this. And now to me, it's easy if it's things I can check off quickly. Like that doesn't bother me. It's the heavy things. That's a lot for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't get excited. I don't. I get overwhelmed.
Yeah. There's a tipping point, right? Of everything's figure outable.
Yeah.
And holy shit, there's too much to do.
It done flipped over.
And my spectrum of that is just way further right than your spectrum
Absolutely.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
We know that about each other.
If you didn't, Now you do. I think you did already.
Yeah, I've known that for a long time.
Yeah. So we'll figure it out.
So what's your goal? Because this is the whole point of this one was like, growth is hard. Like, this is where we're at and we're struggling. And I know I'm not talking about my struggle on this. I'm putting all the pressure on you. And like, this is what you need to work on.
Thank
babe.
you for that. Yeah. So what are you going to work on to, yeah. Oh.
We're not going to talk about what I need to work on. We're only going to talk about what you need.
Well, first I got to set boundaries with my wife.
Trust me, I am not perfect by any means. I
don't think we have.
I have plenty to work on.
Boundaries with each other. Maybe that's a problem. No, it's the thing where I need to force myself to take the time to do more planning and be less reactionary. Like that's if you don't plan, you're just reacting, you know, and I don't plan, I react. So, but I don't ever take the time. And I don't want to say I don't have the time. Like that's an excuse. I don't take the time to do that and plan on things. And I think I just need to start with one thing. I just need to figure out what that is, which one I want to focus on. And that needs to be the one thing that I plan on, like, or figure out a plan on.
Yeah.
And then, because if I look at all of them, I'll never start.
I think it's too big, right? Like to see it all. It's 100% too much.
It is, yeah.
So it's coming down to that, like you said, like, so taking the 4 main businesses and then focusing on the one, we already know what that's going to be, right? And then, but of that, I think you can break it down even smaller and say, and like each time something reactionary happens, how could I have prevented that? Like, that's the only question I think you can ask yourself over and over again.
Well, and if I like break it down and I look at myself and situations, I think I cause a lot of reactionary things.
Why do you think that is?
By not taking a lot of immediate action.
Like you procrastinate or something? What do you mean? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I procrastinate, or I prioritize things weird in my brain of like, well, this isn't an issue yet. So then I'm creating this future
it's like
problem.
This little fire that started, but you're going to just let it keep burning.
I can contain it for right now.
Instead of just snuffing it out.
Snuff it out, right? And I don't do that because there's other ones burning brighter, and I go jump to those.
From your perspective, they're burning brighter.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
so you just really need to be a better firefighter. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. I need to just prevent them before they start.
Prevent forest fires.
Yeah, I'm waiting till they start, and then I'm like, now I'll go.
Smokey the Bear or something. So what do you think? You want to be a hero?
What?
Do you think you want to be a hero?
I don't know what it is.
Like, why do you think you let them build?
If I knew that answer.
This is a therapy session for Axel.
Yeah, now we're going, where is this podcast going?
Yeah, do you like being...
I don't feel like the hero,
the savior of each little problem?
No, it's funny. It's this I'll use an example. Like, I feel like I do it a lot with my W-2.
Yeah.
Someone has a problem, and then if I don't get to it right away, they call again or whatever. Hey, when are you doing this? Oh, I'm getting to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I know I should, and then like my ADD lets other things get in my way, forget about it. And they call, and I'm just like, God, I hate people calling me for the same stuff. Well, I'm the one that's holding them hostage. So it's like this cycle that I create myself instead of just dealing with it right then. But then I think what happens is I feel like if I deal with it right then, like I just forgot what I was doing.
Yeah.
Like, so now I'm like.
And then you're like lost.
Then I'm lost again. Yeah. So I'd rather keep doing what I was doing to focus on that, and then these things build up and I forget about them. So I'm always just see what I mean? Yeah. I need to start borrowing my son's medication.
I don't think that's how it works, babe.
No? All right. Mm-mm. He's on crystal meth. I'm just kidding.
Well, good. I mean, now you know where you want to start.
Yeah.
And we can talk later about where I should start.
I'm gonna let you have that. I don't even know how to talk to you about that because you're already 10 steps ahead of me. So I just got to catch up just to even figure out where that is.
Like you said, we just have different brains.
Absolutely.
And different experiences that have like honed specific skills.
And even though we work together, like different priorities, like everything's just different, you know?
Very different. Mm-hmm.
So
it wouldn't work well if we had the same tasks.
No, you would just be like, why didn't you do this yet? I would have done this 5 days ago. Babe, it's not that big a deal yet. Calm down.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of is how we work sometimes, actually.
It is. And then you go, tell me to calm down. I'm like, I'm sorry. You're acting like your mother. And then it's huge. No, I'm just kidding.
You feel better?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I do. Thanks for cornering me. I appreciate that.
Of course. Anytime.
And you get all excited too. Like, that's what I hate. You get all excited in your little chair and you're like, I notice you're really uncomfortable. Yeah, do you? Great. Oops, this unplugged.
You do seem better though.
Well, I know the game. So if I can act like it, we can get done with this. I can move on.
We can get done with this. Okay, I'll take you off the hot seat.
Yeah. Well, what do you have a separate golden acorn from today? I don't even know if we had like
the boundaries one was good.
Okay, you can steal mine. That's fine.
I steal them every time. You're the golden acorn like pro. Like you're the one that comes up with them. You're really good at that.
Yeah.
So I'm stealing yours per usual.
So part of our growth needs to be boundaries.
Yeah.
And then a boundary could lead to whatever, an employee, a new process, like
everything.
It's just a great foundation.
So maybe you and I can start by reading that book together.
I'd like that. That sounds good.
Let's start there.
I don't feel like I'm great with boundaries, so.
You've gotten better.
Thanks.
Yeah. You have grown in that way.
I don't know how, but probably because I'm just ready to snap when my eye starts twitching. I'm like, I better set a boundary.
Yeah. No, I mean, it a lot of times it comes with force. It's like, I literally have no more time or bandwidth
but that's the
for
worst way to create one.
It is, but it's kind of a starting point.
Yeah.
And then we got to build from there. So now we need to be, proactive with our boundaries, and then like we can grow. So
very good.
We're a work in progress, just like you guys. And hope you enjoyed Axel's therapy session today.
Yeah. Thank you for everyone for sitting in. Appreciate that. Can I lay on the couch next time?
Yeah,
please.
we'll do that.
Thank you. Well,
got you.
It all stems from my father. Always blame the parents and the moon. That's where,
parents and the moon. That's how it works.
Well, I hope somebody got something out of this, or even if they're just like, oh my God, yes, I feel the same. Like, that's what I feel like I would like to listen to, and just feel like someone else is in the same boat.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel so lonely.
You're all good.
Okay.
There's plenty of ADD people out there that struggle with the same thing. Our son is right behind you.
Yeah.
So we got to help him. We got to help you to help him. Right?
Sounds good.
So that's the game plan.
Cool. Share this with somebody that's in the same boat. Make them listen to us.
Make them listen to us.
And then they can comment and be like, here's what you need to do. And I'll be like, thank you.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So we're going to listen to Boundary Boss. That's our takeaway.
Okay.
So we'll share the link to that book if you guys want to check it out too. And
let's all read it together.
Yeah. Maybe share any lessons you've learned about boundaries.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Signing off.
See you next Monday.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for joining Golden Acorns. Remember that small steps you take today can lead to big growth tomorrow. Keep planting those seeds of potential. Watch your life flourish in ways that truly matter. If you found this episode helpful, share it with someone that could use a little inspiration. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a chance to grow with us.